Here are our pick of the films being released in Britain and Ireland during February 2018. In Den of Thieves, a notorious crew of bank robbers plan to pull off the ultimate heist to steal 120 million in cash from the Federal Reserve Bank, right under the noses of the state's most feared police unit. Journey's End is set in a dugout in northern France in 1918 and tells the story of a group of British officers, led by a mentally disintegrating young officer, variously awaiting their fate. Phantom Thread is set in 1915's London, where a renowned dressmaker and his sister are at the centre of British fashion. A young woman comes into his life as his muse and lover, but he finds his carefully tailored life disrupted by love. Roman J. Israel Esquire is a thriller set in the overburdened Los Angeles criminal court system. A driven, idealistic defense attorney finds himself in a crisis that leads to extreme action. Winchester is inspired by true events around the most haunted house in the world. Built by Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester Rifles fortune, as a prison for vengeful ghosts that have a score to settle with the Winchesters. In 50 Shades Freed, newlyweds Christian and Anna embrace a shared life of luxury. But just as she steps into her role as Mrs. Grey and he relaxes into an unfamiliar stability, new threats could jeopardize their happy ending before it even begins. In The Secret of King Midas, a millionaire kidnaps Sarah to force her into revealing the location of the 3 parts of King Midas's necklace. Tad and his friends must travel around the world to rescue Sarah. The 1517 to Paris tells the real-life story of 3 men whose brave acts turned them into heroes during a high-speed railway ride, allowing them to save the lives of the more than 500 passengers on board. The Mercy follows yachtsman Donald Crowhurst's disastrous attempt to win the 1968 Golden Globe race to circumnavigate the globe, which resulted in him creating an outrageous account of traveling the world alone by sea. In Black Panther, King T'Challa returns to Wakanda to serve as his country's new leader. However, he is challenged for the throne, and when 2 foes conspire to destroy Wakanda, Black Panther must prevent his country being dragged into a world war. In Father Figures, 2 fraternal twin brothers learn that their mother has been lying to them for years about their father who supposedly died when they were young, so they hit the road in order to find their real father. Lady Bird is a high school senior from the wrong side of the tracks, who longs for adventure, sophistication, and opportunity, but finds none of that in her Sacramento Catholic high school. The Shape of Water follows Eliza, who is trapped in a life of isolation where she works in a hidden high-security government laboratory. Her life is changed forever when she and co-worker Zelda discover a secret classified experiment. Birth of the Dragon is set in 1960s San Francisco. Bruce Lee challenges legendary Shaolin monk and kung fu master Wong Jack Man to a fight. Their legendary fight would change the history of martial arts forever. In Finding Your Feet, a middle-class, judgmental snob discovers her husband has been having an affair and is forced into exile with her bohemian sister. When she gets dragged to a dance class, she starts finding her feet and romance. I, Tonya, based on true events, tells Tonya Harding's story from the beginning of her figure skating life at the age of 4 to the aftermath of the incident of the leg bashing in 1994 of her competitor Nancy Kerrigan. Full details of all these films and trailers are available on our site. Join us for more film news and information.